All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Ethereal Love. You got the pretty bitch Choi here.
I got Shmamu, your host with the most on the mic in the building.
And your boy Aljeezy back again.
Yeah, and we got a returning guest here. Go ahead, let them know who you is.
It's been a minute, but it's Fu. I was in one of the first few episodes a while back.
My
He's
boy.
back.
My boy.
He's on cam.
Finally got it.
You guys can see how he looks.
Yeah.
Hit him up. No, I'm kidding. He's taken. Don't hit him up.
Don't.
But you said you had something you wanted to discuss, right?
Oh, so
I forgot what the premise of that was.
what has been really sparking or kind of had me intrigued as of late is that just the thought of, you know how nowadays like everyone is Christian or Catholic and every other kind of like popular religion like
Right.
Buddhism.
Some they believe in.
Yeah. But did you ever think about like what was before that kind of thing? The true origin of human civilization,
The start of it.
the start of it?
It's probably so fucked up in translation that it's not even anything close to what anyone's doing these days.
Because I feel like a lot of people are very interested in like stuff like, Egyptian and their history.
Oh, the Egyptians were crazy for sure.
Yeah.
How'd they move those rocks, bro?
Pyramid?
How they move those rocks. It's crazy how we think of like, say 2,000 years ago, we think as like our society is not as advanced, but honestly, like they have done quite a lot of things that we can't really even, explain till this day. And
Aliens.
yeah, and then I would say like over time, we kind of start digging into the earth a little more and more, and
Like physically or metaphorically? Like
Both.
digging like okay.
Both.
Oh.
Mining caves
Scaredy.
and shit.
because for example, there's this professor, I forgot what university, I think it was Stanford,
Stanford.
but I'm not sure exactly. Don't
Quote him on that.
Don't call me on that. But he was actually
Nah,
studying
Southwestern College.
about the Sumerians and the Anunnakis. So Anunnakis are a group of deities.
And then just a reminder, where are the Sumerians from again? That's like, I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm not gonna say it.
Mesopotamia.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
okay, yeah.
So like right after them, the famous Babylonians, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. The babies.
Yeah, but I would say like after their upcoming, a lot of the Sumerians' history has been forgotten or almost lost. But
I know.
Yeah.
It's like,
But the
Rocky.
funny thing is, if you were to actually look back, a lot of the stories from, say, for example, the Bible, say like flood stories and like
Oh, like
These-
Noah's Ark.
like Noah's Ark, Child of God, like all that stuff.
Adam and Eve.
It all leads back to the first story ever told, which is like the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Oh, that's some
apparently
like
the
Final
first
Fantasy
king.
shit.
No.
Yeah,
I always get really interested talking to Fu about stuff like this because
I
this
know,
is
you've
something
got
that
like
he's very like
a library
versed
of
about.
knowledge.
No, yeah, for real.
Knowledge.
And he always tells me how like, because he's super into Marvel, so he always tells me like, oh yeah, like a lot of this stuff is really tied back into like mythology and like stories of origins and stuff. But yeah, anyways, continue.
yeah. I mean, even say as of recent, there's the movie Eternals, right, from the Marvel, and a lot of that is based on like the true origin of the people who came to Earth and kind of provide like us apes like knowledge, like how to do certain things.
What do you call it?
No, just kidding. No, just kidding. We're just like some Homo sapiens.
It's a
man.
Gabe.
Yeah,
Get it
yeah.
right. I was a,
This is
I'm
very
a Gabe.
homo, no sapiens.
Homo
Yeah, so it's a
sapiens.
Gabe.
We all a homo.
But I mean, what like have you guys ever thought about like stuff like that? Growing up, just knowing like, oh, like going to church and
Looking at stuff objectively, it's like, oh, you have evolution. It's like we definitely came from apes, like monkeys and shit, whatever. Homo sapiens kind of spawned in about 200,000 years ago, and we've kind of like almost been the same way since. But yeah, I don't know, like because you wouldn't really have stories without humans around to tell them. So if you think about it, the stories have only been around for like that amount of time or even like less, you know what I mean?
And even like the first like few Bibles that were written, they were written by people who were like, you know, way after beginning of Christ. Like they weren't actual people who were there,
but like before Christ, right?
like before Christ.
Yeah.
Or like stuff that were written was just like kind of like stories told by other people who were there.
Right, like
know, like
how
hundreds
it
of
got
years
passed
after
down.
like when Christ actually lived, you know what I mean?
So they could
Or
alter
you mean,
it and
no,
what,
before.
you know.
Yeah.
or before?
Because Christ is recent.
Yeah,
It's
but
only
he
like
was
2000.
saying the stories weren't told until like afterwards. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh,
Yeah,
the stories
yeah,
after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like AD.
What
Yeah.
is AD?
Anno
After
Domini.
death? Oh, what does it stand for?
Anno Domini.
Oh, I wait, I didn't know that. I thought it was
It's
after death.
yeah, no, Anno
What does that
Domini.
mean?
I mean, it's Latins for year of our Lord.
Yeah.
Mm.
Year of our Lord?
So technically, we only started our lives like
that's where, like-
2,000 years ago.
Like, you know, BC. It's like before Christ, right?
Uh-huh.
So
So
there's
I'll-
like BC and AD.
Is BC before AD?
Yeah.
because it's before.
So right after BC ends, AD starts?
Because the year is 2022, right? So if you go back 2022
So
years
what,
ago,
there's like,
it was like quote unquote 0
Yeah,
AD.
it was like,
and,
you know,
and
like
then before
so no
Yeah,
one
that,
was
it's
like keeping track of time back then?
No,
Or
they
what?
were, but it was probably different. They just consolidated it
Yeah.
That shit's weird.
Yeah.
because BC it's like before. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it starts from like 1 and then the further back it goes, the higher number it goes for BC. Like BC 1 is closer to us than like BC 200.
because it's like negative numbers. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
So
there
if
we
you-
go,
if you
there we
look
go.
at, like,
That's
if
an
you look
easier
at,
way
like,
to
a
put it.
number line,
That's an easy
like,
way to put it.
we're in positive 2022, and then you know you have 0. Negative numbers are BC. Positive
Got
numbers
it.
are
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Like
Anno
that-
Domini.
Because the Earth is old.
The Earth
Yeah,
is old.
million-
Compared to-
4.6 billion
millions.
years
yeah,
old.
compared-
Like, the
compared to
dinosaurs were
us.
out there. Like, they were just turning up.
Yeah.
And then we're here now.
I
Yeah.
yearn to be a single-celled organism.
It's
And
like, oh, to be them.
Maidenless.
and with that, like how old the Earth is, and like our ability to determine, say, like findings through like
Like archaeology.
yeah,
yeah,
excavation, yeah.
that
Stuff like
shit
that.
is crazy, bro.
It is.
because we can count like just, you know, the half-life of a rock and determine like how long has
How
it
did
been
they
around.
do that?
Science.
Science, bro.
That's crazy.
It's dialed down to the
Yeah.
atoms.
Oh, but you're
Atoms.
saying about like I saw this theory where it was like, oh, you know how where like the world is now, where it's like people are like, oh, like the world's gonna end, blah blah blah, and maybe like before there was like a time where we were more advanced than we are now,
Mhm.
but then something
They
like
got wiped out.
yeah, like something happened. like-
Yeah.
so we were more advanced before, but then there was a big reset, and then we
Yeah.
went back.
And-
And it's
and-
not written anywhere.
Yeah. It's crazy
kinda
because
crazy.
this big reset has happened multiple times
Yeah.
throughout human history. And every time that happens, it's like parts and parts of history kept being like, you know, being forgotten over time. And we just kind of choose to believe that like none of that really happened. But I mean, now things just kind of like popping up because we have like the advanced technology to like kind of dig into the earth more like every day, and like we start realizing like maybe what we have learned is not true in a sense, but they still kind of stem from, you know, the same.
Maybe it's not the whole truth.
It's not the whole
Yeah.
truth.
It's like the more we learn, the more we find out what we thought was right was wrong. You know?
yeah,
And also more questions.
yeah,
Mhm, yeah.
I saw this video where it was like, oh, like if there was like a more ancient civilization, like, it takes forever for like plastic to decompose.
yeah,
And then it like takes forever for like certain metals that we use.
Mhm.
Like, how like there's some stuff that's like really tough,
Mm,
and it's like, dang, like if there was an ancient civilization, then how come we haven't found it?
mm.
Like,
like-
any remains of
Yeah,
that, right?
exactly. Like any remains. Like
Atlantis.
maybe there was like something bigger that caused
Yeah.
like those things to like disappear. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's
So
just don't know.
that's the thing, because like as they digging up these things and they find out that the earliest civilizations, they had like the reign of rule over time of like thousands of years, whereas us right now, we're like literally like figuring out that like we might just lose society over like say 50 or 100 years based on the things that we do, like plastic, like all the stuff that are
Global
we doing
warming.
that kind of, you know, destroying the earth kind of thing. But what did they know that we didn't, to preserve their civilization for so long, over periods of time, whereas us right now who are so advanced, you know?
That's true, because like back then, civilizations would last for like tens of thousands of years,
Yeah.
and only this modern one has only been for like
300.
like a few thousand, like starting from
Like the
AD, like
Industrial
a few
Revolution.
thousand.
Right.
But like compared to like other older stories, they're like, oh yeah, like 10,000 years. It's like what? And they didn't improve that much in those 10,000 years. Like that's
It's
what's
like
crazy.
we got so advanced in the last 300 years since the start of the Industrial Revolution that like we weren't able to keep up with our own progress, you know what I mean? And we weren't able to find like clean ways to harness energy and stuff, which is why we've polluted the air with, you know, hundreds of thousands of tons of like CO2 and all that, you know?
Well, take the pyramids, for example. People just think them as like mere tombs for like kings and stuff. But if you look into the science of it, like
The slaves that were making them, they died making them as well, right?
so I wouldn't consider them slaves. I
thought they were considered at that time.
Yeah. Well, that's what we kind of learned them to be, but in a sense
They were just people, right?
they were respected people. They were like builders.
It was like their
workers.
tomb as well, right? I swear I was like high as fuck watching some video.
Because it's like a pride to be a part of the building of
Like,
the pyramids, you know?
Like building something
kinda hype,
so
like,
grand, they have to have some kind of motivation. Like being a slave don't give you that, you know. Like
So that was me. I was like, bro, just kill me, bro. I ain't carrying this rock, bro.
yeah.
Big ass boulder, man.
But it's like, bro, that thing weigh like so much. Like,
I'd be dead.
that's like
but-
50.
Like, imagine us in that
50,000
era,
me, bro.
dude, it's crazy.
Nah, they'd use Fu up to the
No,
max
yeah,
potential. They'd be
yeah.
like,
but like say like the pieces of rock that makes these pyramids are limestones, and they're a great conductor for electricity. They could have been just like giant batteries for like free energy, you know. But now we think as of some like other things because
And where did you? Because when you say that, that makes me think like of conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? Like what people think the pyramids were, and like questioning
Like
their true
like
meanings
their
or purpose.
yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Because I've never heard that one before. Like the giant batteries thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't
Me
either.
neither.
because like they, you know how like the finding of these tombs and what the king carries with him over the afterlife
It's
is
very symbolic.
not
to
just
say the least.
symbolic, but like they find like things that it's like these. I saw this video of some random Egyptian who like acquired like a certain rock, but it had like special engravings on it, and they were finding like these king tombs, you know. And if you were to like place it right next to say like a TV or some kind of like things that radiates like frequencies,
Yeah.
right? Like the stuff that we use like Wi-Fi stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's distorted or like it has some kind of effect on that. So what were they for? You know,
Mm.
see.
and we think as
So you don't fuck with their wavelength when he's dead, you know?
yeah, and we like now I feel like people have more of a chance to learn about like the importance of like frequencies and like the things that we can't really see with our eyes and how it would affect us physically and mentally. So what did they know? You know, like it's their type of technology. Our technology is very like straightforward. Like a phone is for, you know, calling someone or stuff like that. But they have things that are like
Or they have
multi-purposes.
more like celestial power things or like something that we just can't fathom.
Yeah, and most of these things are like obviously we derive from the earth, but it's like even the language themselves, like they don't have like alphabets and like stuff like that. It's like it looks like a scan code. Like if you look at
hieroglyphics.
yeah, hieroglyphics and like
It's like emojis.
Pretty
yeah,
cool.
it's literally like
Android emojis.
Yeah.
like these stone tablets that they find of the Anunnakis. It looks like you can just either scan them or something. It's like codes, you know. Like it's not just like words.
And then also just for the people who don't know, like who were the Anunnakis?
So they were like the supreme deities that the Sumerians, which is like the first civilization, like worshipped.
Were they considered like human or like actual gods and like
So they call them the sky people, the
so
sky
like
gods.
they weren't like seen actually, it's just
Yeah.
like a belief.
Superman.
No. They like what was encrypted on these stone tablets are stories, right? And they always like kind of show them being like kind of, I don't know if it's like symbolically bigger than them or like actually physically bigger than them, because like
Oh.
they have wings, they have like these kinds of like weird garments compared to, you know, because people back then they literally wear like scrape of like animal
Like
like
just-
fur,
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. But how do they even, you know, come up with these things? And this is like 100,000 years ago kind of thing. So
And so much is lost through time. You know?
Yeah.
but what was one of the cool fact is that these gods, they had like, I don't know if you noticed, being you know, Catholic, right? Christian, yeah. So you know the popes, they wear these garment like the head,
Oh,
and it's like
yeah.
resemble like the fish mouth.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not
No?
Catholic.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like I don't know, but that has gone back to like like how it was showing on the stone tablets, like these people,
Oh.
and that symbol alone, like the fish, like, you know, the fish and the eye, and like, you know, that symbol with like, you kind of like draw like this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You see them a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
in
like the yeah, I know what you're
yeah,
talking
in the
about.
Bible, and like, or like just any.
Doesn't that mean like life or something? Like the fish? I swear I see it on bumpers of cars like that.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. So see, that's the thing. Like
I
they
don't
still
know.
trying to find like the true meaning of
Or it means like
what that
doesn't it mean
symbol
like
is.
Jesus or something? I swear.
Yeah.
Like I asked
Yeah.
someone.
I forgot what it meant.
Yeah.
I like someone told me before, but
I don't know. It's some religious shit, but I see I'm like, oh, it's a fish.
no, but yeah, it is really it
But
is.
but I feel like what from what we have found, like what differentiate them with how we are nowadays is that we utilize the stuff that we find, but for our own benefit as humans. But I would say like for them, they knew something that like works for both like the earth and, you know, the civilization that we're like building.
We're trying to be what they're on, bro.
Yeah, like they were on the frequency, some sort.
Maybe
I don't know.
the reason why they got wiped out is because they weren't as greedy as humans are now.
Oh, why they
Um,
didn't get wiped out
as
soon?
fast.
Yeah, as fast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say
because
so. Yeah, most
I
definitely.
think that's what it is because humans are greedy now.
Yeah. And
Hella.
if anyone heard about like the Epic of Gilgamesh, that's like basically the first story ever told through, you know, the
Can
findings.
Can you summarize?
Summarize? Well, it's just, I don't know the full story, but it's literally like the Gilgamesh, he's like a demigod basically. He's half human, half sky people.
Aku. or is
Yeah, and then he was considered the first king ever to reign, and he was the one who guided his you know, his crew to like kind of advance to that part of time.
it? Yeah.
Era. But it's crazy how they kind of find out that like there's like a big gap. Like sorry. His reign was like would consider like thousands of years, whereas like how's that work? You know, like humans only live so long.
But if he's like a demigod, then
Yeah.
it kind of gives it more
Oh.
leeway, right?
Yeah.
And I would say like obviously like
They live so long.
a human lifespan is only, you know, 100 years max.
And
So-
then back then, a human
Yeah.
lifespan was like on average 30 years, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like how was that even possible? You know, using the technology we have now to determine like their like lifespan.
Wait, so he lived like that long?
Yeah, because like
Oh.
I don't, because the thing is we don't know exactly like how we would like, you know, prove
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing.
No, yeah.
Like-
That's with like a lot of old stories. Like,
Yeah, because
when you hear
literally
about
like
it.
it's not our language either. Like their language was literally like triangles,
Just shapes and shit.
shapes that they just kind of like engraved on stones and stuff. but now we have like a lot more of kind of advanced languages that we use.
Would you guys take a time machine to like go back and find out the origins for yourselves?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Even if I died because you time travel and that affects your lifespan, but I'd want to know. I hope there's something cooler out there than
Just
what the
find
fuck we
some
have.
answers.
I
yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
we're such
Would
boring
you
human
would
beings.
you interact though? Because for me,
You-
if I would go back, I would just watch. I wouldn't
If you
I feel
interact.
like you
That'll
couldn't
alter
interact
history.
because they definitely don't speak what we speak. You know what I mean?
Oh no, but would you try to like if
Try
it
to
was
like
me,
just like sign language your way
no,
out
I
of
would
it.
I would just be there. I wouldn't even talk to anyone. I
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
They're gonna know you're different immediately.
No,
They'll be
I
like,
feel like that's probably the way you should go anyways, because like, you know, considering the butterfly effect
Mhm.
and then time
or well,
traveling
like let's
back
just say
to like
there's no butterfly effect.
no
Just-
butterfly
yeah.
effect. Well, if there was no consequences, then I'd be fucking.
I'd
with
be
them.
like,
Yeah,
hey.
low-key.
Because I don't know. Because I
You wanna
would,
hit
like you
this
said,
button?
like I wouldn't speak their language. So I'd just
yeah,
be like,
yeah.
but they'll think you're a god because you speak something else. They'll be like,
Nah, bro, just time travel. Just roll them some nice.
Yeah,
Hit
try this.
They probably
For
be
real.
smoking hella shit, bro.
Probably, yeah, yeah.
Hella.
Some real dank right there.
I don't know, but that begs the questions. Like, it's because a lot of people, I would say, like find their purpose through, like, knowing their origin of history,
Like understanding where they come
yeah,
from.
stuff like that. I mean, people, that's all they do nowadays, like finding who they are, truly are,
their identity.
their identities. Identity crisis is very prevalent. Get help. Um,
bro, you're calling them out.
I'm having the same problem too, so that's why I'm telling you.
I am
But
as
yeah,
well every day.
It's like that meme on the bus where there's like a dark side of the mountain and then like
Yeah.
the sun and shit. It's like, oh my god, like I have no meaning in life, and then it's like, oh my god, I have no meaning in life. You know,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
so I
yeah.
could just do
Like,
whatever. It's
yeah.
like you could literally look at the same thing like two different ways. So it's
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I love talk about these stuffs. It's brings up a lot of questions that you can maybe find answers to, but not really.
I don't know. I don't really have any concrete beliefs on like where society originated from. Like I just go on YouTube shorts,
Yeah.
whatever, just be listening to these conspiracy theories, and I'm like, okay, I believe this for 2 weeks, and then just go
And then
on
something else
but it's
comes up,
yeah,
and you're
I'm
like,
like, oh,
yeah.
they right, huh?
It's
Yeah.
like each
I'm so-
new person. It's
I'm
like,
so
ah,
easy
you know
to
what?
convince, but
They're-
it's also like it's just interesting to listen to, but not so much to the point where I want to spend like hours
Yeah.
researching on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's why, like, me myself, I still have highly respect to people who have, like, you know, their concrete beliefs in their religion, because
Because it's like they stick with it, you know.
they stick with it, and it drives them to do like great things in life, and it shows, you know,
And it
through
gives
history.
them a sense of identity, you know,
Yeah.
that maybe some of us feel like we might be lacking.
And
Maybe I
along
need
with that, yeah, and along with that, they
That's where I get
encourage
mine.
other people through their own beliefs, and it does make a difference, you know. So it's really depends. But me myself, I would consider myself not atheist, but agnostic.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You believe in something, you just don't know what, right?
It's
Exactly.
something
Mm.
out there with
I
like,
agree
a
as
higher
well.
being.
It's
You know.
funny that Foo's bringing this up because I know you and I were both raised. Were you Christian or Catholic?
Catholic,
Because we were both raised
harsh
Catholic,
Catholic.
but we
Harsh.
turned out to kind of like develop our own set of beliefs and, you know, believe in something higher, but just not know what it is. So yeah, agnostic
Yeah.
for us.
Mm.
For sure. But I would say, like, all of the stuff that I did learn through the time that I was Catholic, quote unquote, I still kind of, like, you know, apply for my daily life. For all of that is positive, you know.
Yeah. I feel like when you're a kid and like you're in these religions, like for the most part when you're a kid, it's mostly to like, you know, like teach you from what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
You know, when you're
the
when you're a
lessons that can be gained from the stories.
Yeah. But then as you're growing up, you really want to question like, oh, like, you know, like how does that apply to me currently? And
Yeah.
it's like what you're going through, it's like, oh, sometimes like there's not a story for what you're going through.
Right.
Like in the Bible or like whatever you're reading, you know.
It's
And
literally
just like,
everything is subjective truth, and there's objective truth too. And what does it mean? Is the truth that, like, don't have any kind of bias to it, and you're kind of conditioned, like, to have some kind of bias when you're growing up. So it's really your own interpretation too.
Yeah. It also
Yeah.
depends on like who raised you and
Yeah.
like how they were raised too.
Yeah.
And then
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
just goes back.
Like take mathematics for example. Like there's like it's like something
The
that we
segue.
yeah. I mean like
mathematics.
it's literally like a belief system. Like mathematics is, you know,
The
Oh yeah.
Pythagorean theorem.
Oh yeah, because they're like it's what are they called? Not theories, but they're like you base stuff on what other people thought.
Like preconceived like notions or measurements.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
who decides how big an inch is? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or, like,
Yeah.
Like who came up with like the first measurement of distance? I don't know. It's fucking weird.
but it's I mean eventually they believe it's something universal, you know, because
right.
yeah.
I mean, how do you like? We can never thought about like going to the moon. What we did, or did we?
No.
The earth is flat.
It's crazy.
Okay, I don't know about that one though.
It's like only a handful of people went to the moon, and how do you even prove that was true? Like, it's not something that you just
E.T.
like kind of edit on TV.
And that was like kind of recent. If you think about
it's
it.
very recent.
That was like
60
less
60
than
years
100
ago?
less than 100 years ago, which is like what? And we
Mhm.
haven't went back.
Yeah, because
Kinda crazy.
they find nothing useful there apparently.
And then you have the dark side of the moon, which we've never seen.
Oh yeah.
Satellites and shit have seen, but we have not. That's scary as fuck.
Well, see, the thing is, like it's not something that we have seen. Like we can't just determine what could be there, you know, because like we're able to find planets that are like light years away and determine like what's on that planet, like
And you know, find planets similar to Earth.
to Earth,
Yeah.
right? Like those exoplanets, what's called. It's pretty
What's
cool.
crazy is like I remember watching this thing and it was like we know a lot about space, but
Yeah.
when it comes to like
The
our ocean,
ocean?
yeah. It's like
Scary.
it's
It's almost
like,
we
don't know.
avoiding to explore the oceans because it
Yeah.
might brings up a lot of controversial things.
Also, it's hard to explore it just because of the pressure.
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't we focus on learning about?
I feel like the
our-
government, like they definitely know like way more than what we do. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's kind of scary.
Literally only 5% we have really discovered fully.
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I saw this video and then it was like they were trying to catch crabs
hmm
and there was this. It's called like a wolf eel or something.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on the exact name.
Oh, I've seen
you
it.
saw it?
Yeah.
Dude, it looks so ugly.
It looks like
Is it an eel that looks like a wolf?
no.
No,
Have you
it's-
ever seen like a turquoise? Like its
Oh
head.
yeah, the turquoise. Yeah,
the
yeah,
turquoise
that's
head. But think of it as like enlarged, and it's just like
an eel.
neck.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
It's
just
just,
like
like,
a
all
snake.
neck.
Yeah. So
Like
just
a
think of like a yeah, like what he
like
said.
a snake, but with a turquoise head, giant.
Tortoise.
Is
yeah.
it like rare?
I don't think it's that rare. That this one guy I saw it on TikTok. He found like 3 of them in one day when he was trying to
Yeah.
like he had like a crab thing, like a
Oh.
crab cage, and he
Mm.
like lifted it up. Oh, he lifted it up, and then he saw like he had found like 3 of them.
Yeah.
and I was like, I was like, ew.
And imagine being like people in the past who didn't have much knowledge about like say like the ocean and like
Oh,
what
yeah.
kind of creatures. These might be just, I mean, it's known, but like they might be just like the reason why people think like there's dragons or like Loch Ness monsters or like so and so, you know.
I feel like back then, pretty sure something like that would be
And,
real.
Yeah.
and even today, there's like so much unexplained shit that is out there in the
Yeah.
water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you guys be scared? Like, would you go? Like, imagine you're on a yacht or like a ship.
hmm
Would you go and you're like middle of the ocean?
Mhm.
Would you go swimming? I would.
If it's like 150% certain that there's nothing out there, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like there's no like you can't see anything, and like there's no sharks or anything.
Yeah.
Would you go? I would go. I would just
I
like
would
take
go.
a dip.
I would
Yeah.
still do it.
Do we have like radar to detect like moving bodies like in the water?
Radar.
Most
No.
definitely do. I mean,
The
if
UAV.
you're like in that bar on the
Oh.
ship, you
Yeah.
better.
All
have
right,
some.
yeah. I definitely take a dive out, bro. Like I love swimming. Swimming is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things.
I love
to
being
do.
in the water.
Yeah, hella just
I
island
don't
boy.
know.
You know.
Yeah,
And-
I feel like I'm a water boy.
And
Like, I
people
love the
people
ocean.
think that as like something that should be scared of, but it's just something that excites me. You know,
It's
like,
to be amazed. You know.
yeah.
How
it's
about you,
cool.
Choi?
I feel like I'd probably die.
Yeah, you
Can
told
you
us
swim?
before about your Sunset Cliff story on the podcast.
Yeah,
where you,
I mean, I can tread water, but I haven't been like in the middle of the ocean like that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a pretty like me and Fu. I know because I've been to the beach with these guys multiple times and just like pools and shit. Just strong swimmers.
I don't have
We
the smarts
jumped
like
off
that.
Sunset
Like,
Cliffs together.
Yes,
So
it's fun. Y'all
I'm
made
glad
it
you
burnt
guys
though.
remember that memory.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
I don't. But anyways,
Yeah.
I thought you remember jumping.
Your mind just blocks it out and it's just PTSD.
I don't know. I don't remember even jumping. I swear,
Oh,
just
you
like
really?
looking down, and then I woke up in my bed.
Oh, damn.
It was awful.
Whoa.
Damn.
Dreams.
But going back to like ocean exploration and stuff, it's like we've probably sent like unmanned vehicles down to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Marianas Trench,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
deepest
yeah.
part of the ocean,
Oh.
right? But what about like people? Have we sent people down
No,
No.
No?
because
So
we can't
I watched
survive the
videos.
pressure. Like
It's-
even in a
Mm.
submarine.
inside, it's like the air like
there?
pressure.
Just fucks with your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here's my thing, because it's like if we've been able to explore the deepest part of the ocean, which is the Marianas Trench, then it's like why haven't we been able to explore the rest of it? You know what I mean? But then it's also just the issue of like how vast it is.
Yeah. I mean, we still like not necessarily like fully discovered, say, all the creatures within like the Amazon forest. Because, we try not to touch it too much. And also it's very dangerous
Yeah.
to just like,
To just Bear Grylls it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
yeah.
they
we
might
can
touch
only
you and
look
you
from
die.
up top. And that's all we can have. But it's covered by trees. So same thing with the ocean. Like, say we were like sent some like small submarine, like unmanned submarine, go down there, do like a little cover, but you can only do it so many times, and we only like
And that explores like what, like a millionth of the ocean each
Yeah.
time you
Yeah.
send it on a mission. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's expensive
because it
I think
takes
that's
all
what it
those
comes
time
down
to like even just descend that.
That down
or
deep.
just
Yeah.
like building that type of thing
Yeah.
to survive the pressure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if we like collectively put our money towards like ocean and space exploration instead of the military, imagine how far as a society we would be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No.
And like no hate on the military, but it's just like the US budget for that shit is just insane. And it's like the military budget for the US tops the next 20 countries combined.
yeah.
So literally like
They keep adding
crazy.
more every
yeah,
year.
yeah, it's fucking
Yeah.
insane. But no.
Why can't
I
people
digress.
just
Digress.
it's peace, bro?
But yeah, talking about like creatures in the ocean, like I saw this clip of them running into this giant, I wouldn't say jellyfish, but like almost like a squid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
But-
yeah, squids get big.
Those giant squids.
Yeah, but like this one, it's
It's like some anime shit right there.
it's very like ominous in the sense like how long its
So, like,
tentacles were.
Kraken.
Yeah, it's something like
Kraken's
like
like-
you can like comparable to like a kraken or like Cthulhu almost, you know, like those kind of creatures.
It's probably like a deep sea one because at that
Yeah,
high
it's
pressure,
very
there's
deep
deep sea
sea, yeah.
gigantism. I can't say that word.
But like they're like it was funny because the clip shows them like descending and like recording this creature like through like a little flashlight, and you can see how long it would go.
It's
And
eerie. It's
Oh, I know what
ominous.
you're
eerie.
talking.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it was like it was like 80
Yeah.
feet or something.
Yeah,
right?
and it just like free floating like tentacles and
Like,
stuff.
how as a creature are you that big? Like that? Like,
Yeah,
bruh.
I mean, dude, it's
We
crazy.
need King Kong up in here to like.
Yeah. And like ancient creatures like whales who lives like hundreds of years, and like
Oh yeah.
like how do you not know they have some kind of language they can speak to each other?
No, they do.
What they do?
I mean, they definitely do it. It's like I feel
The
like
sonar.
like species can speak with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sonar.
I saw this video of like this whale. They were like kayaking in the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and then this whale, you just hear like, and then it like comes out of the water and it splashes, and then you just hear it like.
You ever see those like aerial videos being taken of like a boat, and then there's just like a huge whale underneath, and it's just like, bro.
Oh, like the shadow
it
of
could
it.
Yeah.
it could literally just like go up for air and rock all y'all shit right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
like, how's that possible?
It's like, dang, that thing is huge.
I feel like that's good. Like if I saw a whale out on like the middle of a yacht cruise or like a boat cruise, I would just pass out right there. Like it's over. You know, like I don't know that.
More than a shark.
Oh yeah, because a shark, like the size of a shark, isn't gonna do anything to like
Yeah.
a cruiser like boat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like,
But a
when
whale
you were
will
in the
fuck your shit up.
water, or like,
Yeah. Oh, well,
Oh,
like,
if I was in the
I'm
water.
in the water by boat, then like it's fine. But if I'm in the water, like swimming with the shark, then I'm like, all right, Bethany
Yeah.
Hamilton, I'm about to lose an arm and a leg. You know, like
oh my god,
Soul Surfer.
my
Yes.
bad,
Bruh. No.
It's not too soon. It's
Yeah.
I bet she's doing all right. She prosthetics.
Sure. Talking about oceans.
Yeah, she's crazy.
It's
I mean-
crazy how much like unknown there is, especially since, like you were saying earlier, we know like a good amount about space,
Yeah.
and like we can see so far like out into space,
Mm-hmm.
but like in
Yeah.
our little planet, you know,
Mm.
Yeah.
it's like we still haven't been able.
And I feel like it's only also because like how society advanced is that like we kind of had everyone became like settled with like the comfort of their own zone, you know, so like they don't really go out and or like seek to go out that much anymore because they think it's dangerous, or like they just don't
like that urge for exploration is
Yeah.
kind of dead, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
And also they're just purely scared.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And also because like sometimes, you know, they don't have they're just trying to figure out their day to day
Yeah.
rather than
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know,
They trying to be realistic, one
Yeah.
would say.
yeah.
But
It's like, man, I
yeah.
don't know what I'm going to eat tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Eat tomorrow, eat the next month, fucking ocean swimming and shit, man. Hot weather. Talk about summer plans. What y'all-
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, what y'all got going on, man?
What do you think is the nicest beach?
Nicest
in,
beach?
in
that you can
SD?
think no in the world.
I don't think I've been in the nicest beach in the world, but
Shit. Probably, I don't know, like Greece, Spain, somewhere in Europe, maybe. I don't know. Japan, I don't.
not Hawaii.
I mean, like the water and the temperature is really nice, but don't you feel like it might be just a little bit polluted? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
Like-
yeah,
Like
in like
because of us.
especially Waikiki.
especially Waikiki, like the high
Yeah.
tourist attractions. You know.
When I went there, I was like, this water's pretty warm.
I
was like,
I wonder
was
there's
it
a lot
yeah.
of kids
Yeah,
here.
not
it's
this
like-
again. Don't bring that shit
No,
up
no,
again.
oh, yeah, But and then I went to like another part of like I went to another beach,
Mhm.
and then the water was like warm, but not as warm over
Yep.
there.
It was noticeably cooler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, huh. But it's crazy how like in SD the water is so cold.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, that's just the climate, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Have-
is what it is.
Have you guys been to the beach in SD where the water is clear?
I
Clear.
didn't know there was a beach in SD with clear
No,
water.
it's like it just depends on
like the time you go.
yeah, the time you go. Because
Mhm.
this one time I went to Imperial Beach,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's known like when you're surfing. Also, people call it the dump. This
Why?
be-
Because it's nasty.
yeah, and also just because you get thrashed. There-
Like the waves are pretty harsh.
Yeah, but also yeah, it's like because it's near the Tijuana slow,
Mm.
so you know a lot of pollution goes on there. But this one
Yeah.
time I went in the summer, dude, like I was like, whoa, like the water was green.
Whoa,
dude.
And then
Fuck.
like when you're sitting, usually when I'm sitting on my surfboard and I'm looking down at like looking down in the water, I can't see my feet.
Yeah.
But then that one day I could see my feet, and I could like in like the shallow portions, like you could see the bottom.
That's
like
pretty
probably
cool.
like 5 feet down you could see.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then I was like, dang, we have good water in SD.
Good water?
It was only one day.
Matter
Wow.
of fact, I'm about to go see some of that Hawaii water in like 2 months. I'm going on a trip in June with the fam, so that's something to look
Nice.
forward to this summer.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm going this weekend, going to Mammoth Lakes. It's my first time going, like snowboarding with the boys, you know, Kevin, Jared, Andrew.
R.I.P. I wish I was there.
I know.
I know. I couldn't get off work, but I mean, I went back to Mammoth in like March. You guys are gonna have a pretty good time. It's nice.
It's nice to
Yeah,
meet.
because I've never been there, and I'm like, oh. And then late June, like end of June, I'm going with some friends to Utah.
Mm.
And then I've already been to the place we're going to. It's like the Arches, so like in Moab area.
What's that? Just for the people who don't know. And I don't know
Oh,
what you're
it's
talking about.
basically like think like rocks, and then they make like an arch. So it's
Oh,
like
okay.
a kind of like an O, like a
Yeah.
donut, but it goes like this. It's pretty cool. I mean, my mom was like really into it.
Mhm.
When I went there, she would like we would stop at almost like every rock. She'd
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
whoa, look over there, and then just like take a picture.
Look at this rock
Yeah.
right here.
Because my mom, it's like well, because for her, you know, my parents are both like older,
Mhm.
so they're like, oh, we're never gonna come here again. So that's
Yeah.
why they're like, they want to take as much pictures. And then when she told me that, though, I was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
why they take so much. Because I remember when I was little, I would be like, oh, taking pictures again.
Do you feel like
Again.
you kind of inherited that tendency to take pictures because now you're really into photography and it's like you get your own like film and take pictures with the camera and stuff like that?
I think a little bit, yeah. Just because, you know, I like what I told you when I was a kid, I was like, oh, pictures again. But then now, I'd rather take pictures just so I can like remember the good times, like with the homies. Like that's
Yeah,
why I take
yeah.
pictures when we're all together, like at a party or something, because it's like it's something to look back to. And
Mhm.
like when you take a picture, also you're remembering that moment you took that picture, and you're
Yeah.
like, I remember this night, passed out.
Nice.
Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Any other summer plans for you guys?
My summer plan is to find a new place and get settled. So I don't know what other plans I'll have, but I might have plans for the end of the year. But it's kind
Okay.
of far from now to determine. But my family wanted to go back to Vietnam after
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
so long, you know, after
Motherland.
COVID and all
When
that
was the
stuff.
last time
Yeah.
you went?
2018,
Oh, okay. That was somewhat recent. Like 4
Yeah.
years ago.
4 years ago.
That was the
But
last time I
we-
went to PI. so-
Yeah, Philippines. But I miss it. I feel like all the Southeast Asian countries are like developing very fast nowadays,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it used to be, you know, like to compare to the US, it's like completely two different places. But now, like when you go back, you're like, wow, like they
So
might,
much has changed.
yeah, they might even have more luxury than here for like a certain parts.
Yeah.
And it's crazy
yeah.
to think about.
Also because like since it wasn't developed,
Yeah,
like here it was already developed, like in the Industrial Revolution,
Yeah.
like it was already developed, and then there were like buildings or like infrastructure that now that we're like more advanced and we got smarter, they're like, oh, we could have done it better like this.
Because it's like because we got our head start on the Industrial Revolution, it's like a lot of the structure and whatever we have now is like pretty outdated, you know.
Mhm.
yeah.
And it takes a lot of effort to, you know, completely destroy it and reconstruct from
Yeah,
scratch.
rather than like you were saying,
Yeah.
the Southeast, like starting from scratch. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
look at Japan.
Because it's like they
Like,
have
you
the
know?
fresh start, you know.
They have
Yeah.
the fresh start.
They
and more
the
knowledge.
Yeah,
exactly.
He knows.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most going back home to Vietnam?
Oh yeah. So I mean, growing up there, I mainly stay around like the southern area. I have never really got up to explore the northern part of it, which is like two different places, you know.
Oh, really?
And the northern part of it has, if not more history, because that's where like originated, because I mean it's like descended from China, you know. So a lot of like the old historic like cities and like stuff like that, it's mainly from the north. And because we have two capitals. One is Hanoi, which is the northern part, and then the southern part is Ho Chi Minh City, which is Saigon, someone would say. But no, Hanoi is a, there's a lot of things. And
You've never been to Hanoi though?
I've never been.
Oh.
And
You've never been to northern Vietnam?
northern
Oh.
Vietnam, and they have a lot of things to consider to like going, like the cities, which is pretty advanced and like new, and like say like for party people, like if you go there, the club scenes are pretty,
Oh, the nightlife.
They
the
love
nightlife is pretty
They
it's
love
pretty
tech,
crazy.
really?
Yeah.
And you know, like I'm just, you know, I'm 22, and before when I was like a teen, going back with my parents, like we literally just stay around, like go to the beach, hang out with families, but not really get to explore those kind of places, you know.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
So you're excited to do that? if
yeah,
you do
I'm
go
excited
back.
to do that.
How long are you
Nice.
going for?
If I were to go back, I would want to stay around, I would say like a month.
Yeah.
But 3 weeks.
I don't know
should
why I feel like
suffice.
Nam trips like it's a month because that's how long my dad went
Yeah.
for.
You went a month
Yeah.
without you?
Yeah. I don't have a passport.
Oh, you don't?
No. I've
'Cause-
been meaning to get one, but then COVID happened. So I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not going anywhere.
Because also,
But I do want to go to
yeah.
Nam
Yeah, you should.
because my dad was born there. So
It's amazing.
Do you
food.
have the real ID?
no.
Because if you have the real ID, you
You
can
don't
still
need-
travel within the U.S., Canada.
I
and
thought we don't
Mexico.
need it yet, or is it like you need it now?
No, you don't need it, but
it's
like
it's required for like national or no international. Wait, fuck, domestic travel.
Domestic,
That's what it
domestic
is.
travel.
Yeah.
yeah, like I didn't
Words.
need my passport when I went to Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean that's still the U.S., right?
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. Like even when you go to Mexico and you're coming back, you just flash the thing
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah, I want to go to TJ. Hear a lot of great things, but I'd need someone that knows how it goes down.
Yeah, always have a
Yeah,
local
because I
show
also
you
hear
around.
some scary things.
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I feel like
That's
it
why I
goes
haven't
for like
went
any
yet,
other
and I
foreign
live-
country.
I live
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. Nice.
Wait, do you have any plans for summer before we go?
Not really. Just work.
Didn't you want to go to
Get in the
Vegas?
bag.
I mean, that's like a hypothetical right now, but I'm sure we'll do it. I just don't know when.
I'd be down for another Vegas
Another
trip.
Vegas
August
trip.
again.
Gonna
Yeah.
scorch my skin.
Get COVID
But we need
again?
some more
Pull out,
girls.
pull out the SPF, get an even ratio going on.
Yes.
It was fun though. Going to Vegas was pretty.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to go to Vegas when it's cold.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's too late now, baby.
I mean, yeah. I feel like I still haven't really like seen all of Vegas has to offer because I mean a lot of it is luxury, so like you kind of not wanting to go or like just don't have the ability to or like not knowing like any connections and stuff because literally like I have friends who would just have like bouncers and stuff like have you get into clubs for free if you have like an even ratio or
Oh yeah.
you know
It's always
just-
there. Gotta have
or
the
just-
even ratio.
if you just have clout on social media too but
You
That's a
flash the
different story.
Instagram real quick.
that's
It's
a
like-
different story. Yeah, but Vegas cool. I want to go to Seattle and like
Ooh yeah. I've been
Yeah,
wanting to go to
same.
Washington.
like Washington. Those
The
places
nature.
are like
My brother just
pretty.
went.
Yeah. Seattle.
Yeah.
Well,
Said it
for-
was cool.
Just like a trip.
Just with his homies. Just a
Yeah.
boy trip. I was like, dang.
Yeah, the city themselves is kind of sketch most part.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle and Portland, but people don't go there for that. Mostly, I feel like they go for like the outdoors and stuff.
Mhm.
Public market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Do
I
they
love
have
nature.
I don't know if you know, but do they have like mountains to snowboard on and ski in Seattle?
Yeah.
I'm sure, right?
yeah.
I'm sure they do.
It rains a lot there,
Yeah.
right?
Does it
Um,
snow in Seattle?
No,
I don't
no.
think it
My friend
snows.
went recently to Seattle to snowboard.
Be pretty down to go for
Oh.
like I'd be down to go to Seattle for like a week and maybe like snowboard for like 2 or 3 of those days. Spend the
Yeah.
rest of the time just kind of
Just
like
chill.
exploring the city, the town,
Yeah.
whatever.
I just love traveling. Just
Yeah.
because when you're there, you're not worrying about like
Life.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you're like you're just enjoying everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is like so nice. Like I love that feeling of just not having to deal with, it's like I got work tomorrow or like,
I mean,
stuff
it's
like
it's
that.
literally vacation.
That's how I
so-
feel every
Yeah.
week. Work
Real.
again. But I would like to travel. I feel like we should plan something. I always say this, but I feel like I'm retired from raving because I want to travel more. Because
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Because,
What's-
I don't know. You can spend so much on tickets, but like you could buy a flight and like do so
Mhm.
much
What's
more
one
memorable
place
things.
in like domestically, so like US that you want to go to, and then what's one place like
International.
international that you want to go to, if you could only pick one.
I mean, internationally, I feel like I would like to go to probably like France or something. I feel like over
Belly?
there it's very like cute and like my vibe. Like there's a lot of like art and
Does
like
seem like your vibe.
bougie. What do you mean?
Nothing.
And then within the,
The
US,
snails,
you'd want to
no.
go to
Within the US, I don't know, honestly. Been a Cali boy my whole life. I don't really know what else is out there.
Have you visited any other states?
I've been to Virginia.
what?
that complete opposite.
Yeah, because I have family over there, and it's
Okay.
it was
okay.
hot, and I was like, I don't know if I told the story, but I was playing hide and seek at my family's house with my cousins,
Mhm.
and then if you were it, you have to like walk on the treadmill. So
And they were
I swear
exercising.
I told this story, but maybe not. But
I've never heard this.
I was
Same.
it, and then it was on, and for some reason it was on max speed. So I
Bro,
was
man
like,
was running.
I was running and I fell and I like gashed
Like
my knees.
and the treadmill kicked you back.
yeah,
yeah,
and then he
like
just-
my skin was exposed on my
Oh.
knee. So
Oh.
and then we went to a water park.
After that,
My aunt put like a liquid band-aid and that shit burned. I was like,
and you
I
went
was
to a water
crying.
park
She was
after
like,
that?
fine, she put a normal.
Right.
Oh, like
so I don't go to
chlorine.
water parks, bro.
But then the chlorine like made it stop hurting.
And all the piss.
But then we
too.
also walked all around like probably
The
like,
ammonia.
the saline disinfected it. I don't know. But like we walked around DC as well while I was like injured, which was a journey for sure.
Yeah.
But I was like probably like 9 or 10, 11. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
So it was not significant.
Yeah. Where do you want to go though in US
I don't know.
of A?
I don't know. I
Hawaii.
kind of want to have like a camping moment again.
Oh, okay.
Because when I went camping with Jill and Megan, shout out to them.
Oh, yeah.
that
But you
was
were
a
there
grand
too,
time.
weren't you?
Yeah,
I was there, yeah.
there. A lot of other peeps.
I think we went
Vanessa,
to
Priscilla.
Lake Jennings. Lake
I don't know,
Jennings?
but
Was
like
it in Cali?
It was here in San Diego.
Oh, wait, really? Oh,
Yeah, right?
I don't remember.
Pretty Or I don't know. I'm not sure.
It was a bit of a drive, but anyways, like being in their hands, like they made me feel so comfortable because like you guys know me, I have no knowledge of that kind of shit. But like, you know, they had all the tents and all that and like the food, like food was on the food, like being able to like have that kind of dynamic with your friends, I feel like it's a good way to bond. Like you're not just like
Most
doing
def.
things like where someone else is serving you. It's kind of like, oh, like this is a collaborative effort
Yeah.
to like have a great time, you know? So that was nice. We did a lot of other stuff too, which was really fun.
So you'd want to go camping again?
Maybe, but
Does it matter where? Not really.
I don't really
Like,
know
could you do it in the
anywhere.
backyard or? No, just kidding.
We could do a backyard one, sure. But I don't know. I was thinking like Joshua Tree or like
Yes.
maybe somewhere like, I don't know. I really have no
Yes.
knowledge of like where anything is in the United States.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. I see.
As you guys know.
I mean, that's
Just somewhere cool.
yeah.
Like a road trip. I don't know.
yeah.
Something to
Honestly,
think
I mean,
about.
like if you are interested in those kind of activities, I just for myself, like how I learned is just like watch people do it and like where they go and like what they would do
Yeah.
in certain
Or like videos. Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that because
But
I
at
mean-
the same time, you guys know, like, I love running water. Like, you know, that's a lot to like be out in the wilderness, like
Yeah.
shitting on
You're a
like
city boy.
shitty boy.
shitting on the floor and shit. Like, I could do it, but like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
feel like just Washington be pretty cool. Just Seattle. I don't know. I want to be up
Yeah.
north and in the cold. Just being an island boy and a Cali boy all my life. It's like hot is mostly what I know,
Mm-hmm.
and then internationally I'd say Japan. But it's like you guys already know this, you know.
Yeah,
I would like
yeah.
to go to Japan as well.
What about you, Fu?
Internationally, I would definitely want to go to part of like Greece or like Germany
Like Mykonos.
or like anywhere in like up
Mykonos?
like northern European countries like New Zealand,
Mm-hmm.
Iceland.
like
New
Russia?
Zealand's beautiful.
All
Yeah.
those like parts that are very remote from from like the cities and like stuff like that, like Iceland, like
it's still very
Green.
green, where you're
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
I remember like in high school, the way they taught us was like, oh yeah, so
It's
Iceland is
backwards.
very green. Greenland
Greenland
is
is
very
icy.
icy. Yeah. And I was like,
Icy girl.
why?
Are you
I guess.
are you saying
Don't
Iceland
let them know
got
your
tripped?
next move or something.
Yeah. How about here?
Here? I mean, I personally still want to definitely like check out a lot of parts of like California, like along the coast, because I know they're similar in a sense, but like they're kind of different.
Ooh, like a West Coast.
Yeah, like a
along
West
the West
Coast,
Coast
yeah.
type thing. Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like
You need
a
to drive
road trip.
up PCH.
Yes,
Mm,
it's
mhm.
beautiful.
I drove
Yeah.
along Big Sur when I was going to SF
Yeah.
last year. Dude, it looks
It's a-
so nice.
it's
And the
nice.
roads are so windy. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, it's nice.
Yeah. Other than that, besides California, because I mean, I only lived here for like a decade, so I'm still trying to explore that. But like I said, Seattle, that'd be cool. In term of, I want to see Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
Yeah.
Why, huh? Why you want to go to Colorado? No, just kidding. No.
They allow us to do more things that
Yeah.
are very
They also have some pretty nice mountains for snowboarding too.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a outdoor guy, so like anywhere. I'm not that good with like geography within the United States, so like I don't really know where is where, but I like anywhere with trees and stuff. It reminds me of Vietnam,
Nice. Of home.
of the home, but
Nice.
without the heat and the
Humidity.
moisture
Yeah, the humidity.
and the moisture.
And the mosquitoes.
I hate being moist.
Mine would be like international. Would be like Korea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've just always wanted to go like in that Korea or Japan because
go
they're
to
both pretty
Korea.
close to each other. And then here, I already went to Hawaii, but I want to go again. Already, yeah.
Yeah.
But if not Hawaii, then I'd go like somewhere in the East Coast because I haven't
Idaho.
been to like anywhere. Probably like either like Boston or like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that about does it for this podcast, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night, day, or whatever time you're listening to this. It's been your boy LGZ signing out.
You got the pretty bitch Choi. Bye.
Shmamu outros.
Foo foo. See you again, man.
Peace. Bye.
Till next time.